Hello? Hello? Oh my goodness. What is it? Is it down here? Hello? This is Second. I'm currently terrified. Let's get some torches. We're playing FTB Infinity Evolved. Oh my goodness. It's a blitz. Why do they sound scary? Well, we got a blitz rod. Alright. We are out in the world. We're heading south. Hoping... That's not south. We're hoping we can find ourselves an interesting dungeon to loot. And I'm just swimming around in poison. We're gonna die. My goodness. Terrible out here. A few episodes ago, I mentioned there might be trees in the world that you might not want to chop down with a lumber axe because they could cause a crash. This thing ahead looks like one of them. Or it could be just a weird rock formation. But that is what those trees look like, more or less. Yeah, there it is. Look, you can make it out. Huge tree. I think something goes wrong when it's chopping down a tree all at once and the axe also breaks. Or maybe not. I've definitely crashed cutting down those trees though, so watch out. I'm out here looking for a building from Roguelike Adventures and Dungeons, which is kind of the original. My goodness, look at this. Oh my goodness. I'm just falling into pits. Roguelike Adventures and Dungeons is the original, 5-story deep, procedurally generated dungeon to find around in your worlds. We've gone quite a good distance. I haven't seen one yet. We probably couldn't finish one right now, but I would like to at least find one and deal with a couple floors and see what kind of loot we can accumulate. And the reason we're looking for one is because I'm hoping we'll do better finding gold in there. What's this? Oh, this is from Witchery. We don't have much gold. We need a lot of gold. What do we have? Let's see. Tracks, redstone, bread. Common treasure. That... I've seen those before. It's been a while. Should we grab the... Yeah, we should grab the tracks. Okay. We got a walnut tree over here. We could turn this stuff into cooking oil if we could chop the thing down and happen to get a sapling. Do we get? Well, we got 3 walnuts, which I think isn't enough to make the sapling. Oh, yes, it is. You only need 1 in this. Okay, nice. It's like more warp out here. Let's see if we can learn anything. Taint. That's what it is. It's taint. Now, what's this stuff? It's all just crusted taint. We hang out here. Stuff will start, coming out of there at us. Now, if that does happen, we will want to put whatever it drops into our backpack as soon as possible. If you just leave them in an inventory, it goes poorly. Can we get any of this? Not really. We'll have to get the Tinker's equivalent of Silk Touch, or just get Silk Touch. Get lucky if we get it. Alright, did not find the dungeon. But we did find a good amount of gold. And that's what we were looking for the dungeon for in the first place. We got 31 there. Okay. Whoops. This should give us... Yeah, we want that in there with all that silver. Because what we really want is Electrum here. We need a lot of Electrum for what we're going to do today. What we need all the Electrum for is a better power solution than our little back deck generator there. So as I'm starting to accumulate a meaningful amount of Electrum here, I want to think about where we're going to put all that power. The power gen, I should say. We're going to store the power over here. We're going to be using windmills, so I think the thing to do will be to sort of deforest this little island over here and then see where we are. Windmills, the ones we have access to, do best. The less stuff there is in front of them, and across an ocean here will be perfect. They'll have no obstacles, they'll be running at max capacity. Okay, this much Electrum is going to have to get us started. Where we need to start? That was terrible. We need a bunch of this medium voltage wire coil. Now what we need to do is make all of it into this this Electrum wire coil. I don't know where anything is in here. So let's go ahead and make a bunch of those. And then we are going to need 4 of these medium voltage capacitors. So that strange block down there was colored. Oh, that's just one. The unfamiliar block in the bottom center was a redstone block, but let's do this properly. I keep forgetting I don't have the crafting tweaks button. Here we go. This will be better. And we'll need some iron, some lead, and some more Electrum. Now we could make 7 of these. But we're not going to. We're going to make 4. We'll make 5, just for fun, right? Now, if we go... I think this works. Yeah, okay. Still remembering how to use this old version. What we're looking for is the kinetic dynamo. And for this, we'll clear all this off of here, and we'll need some steel. Okay, nice. We'll make 4 kinetic dynamos. For some reason, I thought we needed the wire block in the capacitor. That's good. Now, for the rest of this, I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing here and don't wander too far down a strange path, doing something that doesn't work. So we are going to go ahead and go on you. See if we can make the book for immersive. We'll just need, if memory serves, it's a book and a lever. Yes, indeed. So what I want to look up is power. The kinetic dynamo. Okay, we got windmills and we got water wheels. Okay, so it looks like we probably just attached the windmill directly to the kinetic dynamo. So here they are down here. We're going to need iron shafts. Now, this will be a little expensive, but we can handle it. I'm going to take these out to our metal former. Chonk along. And the other thing we're going to need is 32 windmill blades. So let me think about the math there. There's all the parts. There's our windmills. Now the windmill does not have to be particularly high in the air. It just has to have a unbroken swath in front of it. And I am trying to remember how to place the kinetic dynamos. I think our hammer is back down there. Let's see. That doesn't look right. Let me get the hammer. Let's see how this works. Does this just spin it around? Seems like it, huh? I believe. Maybe not. Maybe that's not where they go. Let's see. So want me to put it on top? Certainly not. That would be nonsensical. It seems like it spins around this way, doesn't it? What happens if we try it like this? Where there's apparently nothing. Let's read all about it. Okay. They may have to indeed be a certain height off the ground. At least for the blades to spin, they're a lot bigger than I remember them. Yeah, that's looking nice. That's looking nice. We're going to have several of these in a row here, and we may also be going up eventually. We'll see. They're definitely bigger than I remember. I was able to get 3 of them there. Across the island. But we can add more above them for at least some distance. The world height here is quite a bit lower than what we're used to. So we're going to be using some medium voltage to move these things around. We're going to need to make some more cables. So we'll need some more treated sticks. Hello, treated sticks. Where are my sticks? There we go. I believe what we do here is we put the connectors right on top of that little doodad. And then we should be able to run our cable right along here. Now we'll run it down to the ground. Okay, we've run medium voltage cable, wire, whatever, all the way over here. We are at last, that's another dynamo. We're at last going to put our medium voltage capacitor down. I hope we can fill this from any place. Okay, something's wrong. Probably. Okay, so we're gonna go with it's not the top. Alright, it definitely works from this side. What about this? Yeah, okay, okay. So, on the sides here, should be just fine. Ah, nice. Now we have some reasonable power. Not, greatest power gen in the world, but that's expandable up there, and this is a lot better than what we had before. So I think the next thing we should be thinking about is that rock crusher, which would take way more power than we could handle over there. Now we need 12 of these blocks total, and we'll just need let's go ahead and scan the block of steel, right? Probably the pistons. Haven't scanned a piston yet? Okay. I'll make sure we're doing that. Okay. 3 by 2 by 2. So, what we'll do is we're gonna I'll put some of these machines right along here. This will be one of them. So we'll go, like so. So, and now it's a rock crusher, and I believe we could send power into it from just about anywhere. Let's get that back in the chest. Let's see. So what we're probably gonna want to do is like run the power like along there. If we can connect right to this thing right here, that would be ideal. This is early enough in Immersive's development that you won't get a shock from the medium voltage, so you don't really have to worry that much. But we could let this... Well, that's not really... That's not where we want that. Let's try that again. Yeah, we want... I think the output is probably on the side here. It's getting... Oh, yep. That's getting power. So, just kind of double it off here. Okay. So what we needed for the thing that we needed was 3 crushed obsidian. It takes a good amount of power, more than we would have had in our little bat box or could have made. Oh, this is obsidian tile. Let's get actual obsidian for, here we go. Anyway, we need 3 of these things. There's a little, thing. Now this is fast enough to keep up with it. Although you can see it burns through the power pretty quickly. This thing is, we're in the early game here, so I want to use sparingly. And always scan. I've moved things over. A few machines. And we're going to see how well they do. Still opening all the wrong chests. So this should, I'm sure we can do this in one shot now. We may even have to make something to pick these things up as they come flying out. Got an idea about that. Let's see, are these keeping? Yeah, these are keeping, well, not, oh, they are keeping a charge, okay. This thing's draining at pace, but it holds 1,000,000. So, it's not bad. Yeah. It's not the fast, we'd need more lasers for it to be faster. I'm sure we'll get more lasers sooner or later, but this is a huge improvement. This will allow us to move along quite a bit more quickly. So what we were doing, if memory serves, was, what am I missing? I probably just misclicked. Well, doesn't like it. It's fine. Here we go. One circuit, right? Nothing. We got our crushed obsidian. Now I cannot remember what we were gonna do with the macerator that we couldn't do in the rock crusher. The macerator is a lot cheaper to run, certainly. We'll hook it up to some power. I want to say we were probably gonna make a coal chunk or something for a thermal dynamo, but we might do that anyway. I mean, they are a little lossy. You know what? The MV capacitor is fine for now. It's just fine. But what I want to start thinking about is, if at all possible, an energetic infuser. This is going to be important to us. And it's not too bad, right? The only thing is the machine frame. We're going to need a refined circuit board, for which we're going to need to make a carpenter. Now, the particular carpenter recipes that we're going to be running are going to use... Is that steel that needs? No, it's just iron. They're going to use water, so we're going to see if we have the juice to make... Oh, they all use machine frames, don't they? All use machine frames. Alright. Now the carpenter, on the other hand, is relatively easy. We've seen a recipe just very similar to it before with the thermiomic fabricator. We will have to get a bunch of bronze gear. Now the carpenter recipe kind of rhymes with other forestry recipes that are similar. Can we get anything out of that? Yes, we can. And we'll need more than one carpenter because there's more than one fluid we're gonna want to use, and they're kind of a pain to get the fluid in and out of. And like the thermionic fabricator, they'll like suck power. Like just a little bit, but enough to be annoying. We're renewable right now, but we don't need the drain. So I think a redstone signal will do it. I hope so. Now we'll just connect this to the rest of it. Starting to look a little more like a modded world out here. So what we need to do with it is we need to make some circuits. Now the recipe we were looking at is a little more expensive than what I want to deal with. The basic machine frame, however, is not so bad, and we can then use it to make all kinds of machines. Can we make the thermal machines with it? I'm seeing Mine Factory Reloaded. Maybe that the lowest tier of thing we can make is hardened from thermal. Like if we were to look at redstone furnace, let's see. Resonant. Shows the resonant. Hardened, reinforced, sure. Resonant, is it a basic? Is there a basic? Okay, so it can be basic. Probably any ion thermal the way it is not working properly. So the regular machine frames are still expensive, and we'll still need the carpenter, because we're going to need basic control boards. Each one of these is going to take a bucket of water. We might as well make 4 of them. I think we can just right click with buckets, get some water in there. Yeah. Although forestry is available for, I know, versions through 1.16. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are familiar with it. But what you do, you put the recipe up there. You draw that out, and then you put the materials in the bottom end. I did not mean to forget all the tin. Here we go. And then I'll turn this off. What do? We click it. It's got power. I'm doing something wrong. Oh, it's disabled by this one. Right. Now it'll do. Master Redstoner over here. Alright, 4 basic control boards. Very nice. One thing we'll be using quite a lot in thermal are these redstone reception coils. There's a couple varieties of them in this, I think. They do cost gold, which is... I wish I could have found one of those dungeons. We'll have to look across the ocean once we get stuff like jetpacks. You'll find yourself crafting a lot of these. Now these machine frames take a little under $500,000. So right now we have the juice for 1. I thought? Doesn't like it. Let's see. Get that out of there. Basic machine, tin gear, iron chipset. Maybe it has to be the right order. Let's see. Oh, we have a refined iron plate in there. We don't have a dense refined iron plate, so we're gonna need to make some more. We got, I've got steel cooking up in the basement already. We'll go ahead. How many would that be? We have some, right? I thought I had some more. Okay, we need 5, so We have 45 steel. Should get us the rest of the way. Okay, thinking about this again, this is going to be really expensive just for a basic machine frame if we're going to need over a stack of steel. Can't really deal with Signalum yet, but we maybe should just start with hardened machine frames. These are basically the same idea. It's a bucket of water, it's just used a little bit of iron instead of one tin. Okay, it's actually not quite as much as I thought. We'll still do the fancy ones, though. So we just compress this. We must have done this before, right? Must be why we have the compressor. But we will go ahead and make a gold chipset. Like, I was thinking we'd need the steel plates to get this, but too many mod packs. Too many mod packs over too many years. The gold chipset is just like the iron one, just like the diamond one later. Throw that in there. I don't know how much they cost. Oh, 2 million. Okay. We'll be here for a bit. These windmills are already obsolete. We need to improve them. Alright, I think we have enough power for the first one. It's going to take a minute. Well, what I actually want to do with it first is make an induction smelter. It's just a little bit of Invar redstone reception coil. What this will do for us is, we can pop them up. Well, what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to make hardened glass, which we need for all kinds of things. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, so there's like lead and I think lead is probably the way to go. Lead and obsidian powder will get us a little bit. Obsidian powder, huh? Say that again, Holmes. So we could get it from the pulverizer. Sawmill. That's not what we want. Sag mill, we don't have. Crusher, we don't have. Okay. But there's another kind of obsidian that I believe we could use, right? This stuff. And we could get this from the crusher with crushed obsidian. Okay. It's just a double operation. I see. So we happen to have two. Well, maybe I should hold off on this until this is done. It's kind of, but we do have 2 crushed obsidian that I guess we're not going to use for anything else immediately. Now we could turn it into some hardened glass. The strange thing that I can't help, I can't shake the feeling that I must be reading it wrong. Like, we've got the temperate fluid ducts, and they still take hardened glass. And I don't know if that's a change in the recipe, because here, like, the only difference is whether you're using glass or lead on the inside. So maybe, yeah, just if it's gonna be hardened glass anyway, we might as well do fluid ducts. And it's the hardened glass that we're actually gonna need for quite a few things. So it'd be good to have. How's this coming along? I gotta say, the medium voltage seems like it. Okay. I sit corrected. We'll let the lasers charge back up. That did a pretty good job. That got halfway, and it's not. Okay, it is because this thing is out of power. You know, I think we're gonna make that dynamo after all. I think where we start. Yeah. This is the main ingredient here. These coal balls will need, I think, a total of 64 coal powder, which we can go ahead and make in the macerator here. Now, if we're lucky, we might just be ready to upgrade our windmill. We're gonna need 24 of these, I think. for the time being. Whoops, that's one extra. That's okay. Get that out of there. There we go. That is not enough. It's like half of what we need. Which, you know, is better than, you know, not half of what we need, because a third of what we need will get us one improved windmill. It doesn't look like in this version you upgrade them by right-clicking with the sails, which, you know, not that surprising. This is a pretty early version of Minecraft, and one of the first versions of immersive engineering that I'm even familiar with, so we can get this thing off of here. Alright. I'll put this up, and it should start to do. There we go. Now I believe what we'll see is it'll be moving quite a bit faster than the other ones. Yeah, quite a bit faster, and therefore generating, you know, more power. So I will, you know, as I continue to harvest the hemp, we'll switch the other two out. And right on time, here is our stack of coal dust, which we will now, what do we need? I don't know why I had flint in there, how I knew it was there. I guess I'm reliably, okay. What we're looking for, again, is the coal chunk. So we will, to make this, we're gonna need, really? What have I done wrong? Shaped IC2 crafting. I'll bet IC2 crafting doesn't work with this. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't work with any eye is what I was trying to say. So we take these and we run them through our compressor. We should get these fancy little things, and then we'll have the chunk. The chunk is used for several things. What we're going to use it for is a steam dynamo. I think yep, there it is. Our hardened machine frame is done. Over here. We're going to need a redstone circuit. And I bet this stuff is done. Let's run over here. Yes, indeed. Now this shouldn't probably give us anything now. But we can craft the 8 of them with an obsidian to get our coal chunk. And then we'll need a redstone transmission coil. This is the out version of these coils, where the gold one we already saw is the in version, more or less. I think there's might be an electrum one. I can't remember. Just a little bit more copper. And there we have our steam dynamo. Very fancy. Now this thing will use water and you know, solid fuel like coal or charcoal or blaze rods or what have you to produce RF. You want this part, like the little pig nose here, facing where you want the energy to come out of. Now we will want to be pumping both water and solid fuel into this. I think we're also finally ready to make our induction smelter. Nice. We're just gonna pop this down here with it. Whoops. We're gonna pop it down there with everything else as soon as we do every possible thing incorrect. There we go. Now I'm gonna start moving these things like off of, like, I think I might have a wall here, so they're gonna want to be on these interior beams. Let's get some wire. Now, this isn't the most advanced version of thermal that you ever will see. It's also not the least advanced version of thermal that you ever will see. It's kind of a little transition phase. Our configuration shows us all kinds of things. There's not really much of a mouse over. But what we're going to do is we're going to shut this side off. We're going to sleep through the night. So generally speaking, like this is an input, and in this case, red and yellow are outputs. We want to be able to input from the top and from the back. This one is the back. I think it's just items, but just in case it's everything, I'm going to do it like that. We are going to set both of these to output below, which is, just have one orange. They'll both be orange instead of one red, one yellow. Because eventually we're going to want to pipe out the bottom of this thing, but for now, this should be fine. We are going to want, did I make the obsidian dust already? I don't think I did. So let's throw that stuff, our crushed obsidian, into the rock crusher. And we get 3, which I think we were looking for more than 3, right? Like, I think we were looking for 4. Let's see. Yeah, we were looking for 4, all right. Can we run obsidian through a macerator? These questions and more. Right here, right now. Yeah, looks like we'll get something. Let's see what it is. Here we go. Alright. This side, I think we have 1. Oh, we have a little more than 1. And I'm crushing up some more obsidian now. Make sure I keep some of it. So we have 4. We'll need 1 lead. Right over here, right? Yeah. Nice. Gross looking industrial craft lead. I love it so. You pop 2 things in here, and you'll, typically get an alloy. In this case, we got hardened glass, which is what we need to make some fluid ducts, but we're starting to run a little long here, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. But thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.